Hello friends, how are you? I hope you all are safe at home. Today in this online session, I am again back with the chapter The Living World, part 1 of 11th standard. Today we will discuss about habitat of living organisms. What is living? Biodiversity, nomenclature and identification, scientific name and rules for nomenclature. First of all, we will discuss about habitat of living organisms. So what is habitat? Habitat is the living or dwelling place where organisms live, survive and breed successfully. There are different habitats of organisms like cold mountain, deciduous forest, oceans, freshwater, lakes, deserts, bark of tree, dung of animals, ice cold water, hot spring, etc. So you have seen that living organisms are present everywhere. Now let us see what are living. There are different characteristic features of living organisms. First is that all living organisms grow. Growth means increase in the number and increase in the mass of individual. And cell division plays an important role in the growth of multicellular organism. But growth in plants differ from growth in animals. In case of plant, growth is by cell division and it takes place continuously throughout the life. But in animals, it is restricted after certain age. Growth in living organisms is from inside also. Here you can see the growth of different living organisms. Next characteristic feature of living organism is that all living organisms reproduce to produce their own kind. Reproduction may be asexual or sexual. In case of fungi, reproduction is by producing millions of asexual spores, whereas in yeast and hydra, budding is seen. But in higher group of organisms like human being, reproduction is by sexual means. Another means of reproduction is regeneration, which is seen in planaria, hydra, etc. Here, fragmented organism regenerates the lost part of its body and develops into new organism. There are also some organisms which do not reproduce at all, like mule, sterile worker bee, infertile human couple, etc. So reproduction cannot be an all-inclusive defining character of living organisms. Here you can observe the reproduction of their own kinds. Next characteristic features of living organisms are metabolism. All living organisms are made up of chemicals and these chemicals are constantly being made and changed into some other biomolecules by chemical reactions called as metabolic reactions. These metabolic reactions are occurring simultaneously inside all living organisms. In living organisms, anabolic and catabolic reactions are taking place, and the sum total of this anabolic and catabolic reactions is called as metabolism. Next is cellular organization. All living organisms have cellular organization of the body. Some organisms are unicellular and some organisms are multicellular, but all having cell. Another characteristic feature of living organism is response to stimuli. All living organisms have ability to sense their surroundings or environment, and they respond to this environmental stimuli. The stimuli may be physical, chemical, or biological. Thus, living organisms are self-replicating, evolution and self-regulating interactive system which are capable of response to stimuli. Here you can see in the figure that how the response of stimuli takes place. This you have already studied in class 10th. The next topic is biodiversity. Bio means living and diversity means variety. So biodiversity means the number of different types of plants and animals are present on earth. That is, the different varieties of flora and fauna are present on the earth. So this is the biodiversity. Now we will study about nomenclature and identification. This you have already studied in class 9th. Nomenclature means naming of living organisms, so that it is known by a common name all over the world. And identification is the process of describing organism correctly for nomenclature. Next topic is scientific name. Scientific name is the name which is given to each living organism. Scientific name of one organism cannot be used for naming any other organism. And there are two components of scientific name. They are generic name and specific name. Due to this reason, scientific name is called as binomial nomenclature. Why binomial? Because two words are present. One is the generic, another is the specific. It is given first of all by Carolus Linnaeus. For example, scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica. So here Mangifera is genus and indica is species. Last topic of the session is rules for nomenclature. Scientific names are generally in Latin and written in italics. In scientific name, the first word represents genus and the second word represents species. While writing scientific names, both the words are underlined separately, or when printed, it is in italics to show its Latin origin. First word of the scientific name starts with capital letter, whereas second words start with a small letter. So this is all about today's session. Thank you. For any kind of doubts, please write your question in comment section.